What's up? It's so dark. So, Christy, yeah, actually, I'm gonna put this on the other one. It's, I apologize. One Love Fellowship for Followers of Christ. Oh my goodness, it's been a rough couple days. How are you guys doing? I hope everyone's well. I say that even though I never know if anyone actually watches these, but that's fine. I was guided to come on here instead of journaling real quick with a thing that happened earlier tonight, which was I was guided to go out, even though I knew, like, it seemed silly what I was told to go do. I mean, I was hungry, but I wasn't trying to eat fast food. And there was no reason for me to go by the bank 111 because I knew that I didn't have any money in the bank. But I kept feeling this, you know, basically I was being told to go do this, to go to the bank and check my accounts, and then stop at the store across the street and get myself a candy bar, and then go to Burger King and get myself dinner. And I even literally like got on my knees 133 and prayed about it because I was like, God, is this really what you want me to do? Like, I'm not trying to do the wrong thing. This seems kind of, I don't know. Anyway, so I go and I do this task, this series of tasks that I've been guided to do. And when I came out of the bank, I came across and I went into the store. Well, I pulled into the store where I was guided to go to get a candy bar and to break $100 bill. And there was a young man trying to get his car jumped off. And so he asked me if I could help give him a boost because I guess the first person that stopped to help him in a truck, they had the cables, but their car, for some reason, I guess their battery didn't have enough juice in it or whatever. He wasn't able to get a boost off of their engine. So, I mean, I was honestly glad that was all he was asking for because I'm like, sure, I can totally give you a boost. You got the cables, no big deal, whatever. So anyway, I gave this young man a boost, and Loki was barking at him really bad. Like, he did kind of have a somewhat narkish energy about him, but I don't know. I try not to, I genuinely try not to judge people, like, contrary to popular belief. Anyway, so I gave him a boost and I went on to do, what I was guided to do. And this is what I was told about the situation, is that even just that small interaction between us without him having any clue who I am, is enough to spark the spiritual journey he needs to get himself out of the energy that he's currently in. And so even without making eye contact really, or exchanging names or anything like that, just me genuinely being willing to assist him for like literally like a minute to boost his car off is enough energetically to exchange the information needed to send him on his journey. And so if I had been disobedient, or if I had continued to fight that urge telling me to go out and do those things, then we would have missed that opportunity, and that would have slowed down his spiritual development. So I'm saying that to say that if you do truly feel genuinely guided to go do something, even if it seems counterintuitive, pray about it, if you need to, because sometimes, depending on where you're at in your journey, other people can project things onto you, and 422, it can lead you astray, and you don't want to do that. But if God's telling you, yes, just trust me on this, go do this, what I'm asking you to do, it doesn't have to make sense, as long as it's not harming yourself or anyone else, because I don't personally believe God's ever going to ask me to do that. I don't personally believe God's ever going to ask any of you to do that. That, God works in mysterious ways for sure, but God also has power, and I don't think that God is going to come through and say, hey, I need you to harm this person or do this to this person, when God has the power to do whatever needs to be done to that person without needing to go through you, if that makes sense. So take that as you will. But me personally, if I feel guided to do something, no matter how silly it seems, as long as it's not harmful, as long as it's not dangerous, as long as it's not illegal, and dangerous is a relevant term. Like, I've been guided to stop and throw a ladder over the railing of the interstate because there was a giant ladder in the middle of the interstate. And there happened to be a big enough break in traffic at the time when I was coming through that I had the ability to do that. And luckily, some other motorists stopped to make a way for me. And some people would consider that a crazy dangerous act, and I'm not telling anyone to risk their lives on a whim, but if I feel guided to do something, I'm going to do it. I'm not concerned, because if God's telling me to do it, then, God's going to have my back while it's getting done. And if not, then I guess that was just what was meant to be. That's just my take on it. So anyway, I don't know who this will help or if it'll help anyone at all, but I hope it helps someone tonight. And just know that you're loved, no matter who you are, no matter where you are, no matter what you've done. You can be redeemed. Good night.